James Jumper Wide was a signalman who worked for the Cape Town Port Authority railway service in South Africa. He was called Jumper because at the time he had a habit of jumping in between railway cars, even when the trains were moving around, which is something we generally frown upon nowadays, and with good reason. See, Jumper wound up losing both his legs, below the knee. He did this by falling when he was jumping between railway cars. You see the problem here? So yeah, that was bad for him. He lived, and was a particularly well-disciplined man, so he fashioned 2 peg legs to get around on, and continued to work for the railway. But he was never the same after that for obvious reasons. It was a lot more difficult for him to move, and even when he built a wooden trolley to help him move around, it still wasn't as good as, well, legs would be. But Jumper would eventually meet a new friend, who he named Jack. Jack was a smart cookie, able to assist Jumper with getting around and common household chores. I should probably mention, though, Jack was a baboon. Yep. Specifically a Chacma baboon, or Papio ursinus, sometimes referred to as a Cape baboon. They are, in fact, one of the largest primates that could properly be described as a monkey. And indeed, they are native to South Africa, so it made sense he was there. Jumper met Jack when he was driving an ox cart in a South African market. Jumper was really impressed with the animal's skills, so he asked the owner if he could, buy him to help him out. Jumper was able to acquire Jack, and Jack set about helping Jumper get around. The thing was, Jack went with Jumper everywhere, including to work, and eventually Jack's intelligence would really start to shine through because he started, noticing how to handle the signals. In those days, the train would actually notify the signalman using a specific number of whistles, and depending on the amount, the signalman would change the tracks in response. Jack started noticing which whistles meant which switches, and started just doing it on his own. Some sources say James sort of trained him on how to do it, just kind of taught him, but eventually he didn't even need to guide Jack at all, and he even learned to bring keys to the train's conductor sometimes. He was very smart, and all he asked for in return was food and alcohol. Yeah, he loved to drink. He was a drunk baboon, operating railway switches. Jumper's managers learned about Jack, at least the details, so they knew Jumper had an assistant, but at no point during the discussion was it clarified that this assistant was a baboon, and a passenger observed Jack making the switches and complained because a baboon switching train lines? Not in my South Africa! Some sources again state that Jumper was almost fired over this, but he insisted that Jack really was very good at switching things, and was smart enough to help him with the job. The management, interestingly, entertained this appeal. They decided to test Jack to see if he really knew what he was doing. And he did. He always made the correct switches. They were astounded, but given he was helping a disabled employee of theirs, and was actually doing the job properly, they figured there was really no issue with it. They even paid Jack directly. He received a daily salary of 20 cents, as well as half a bottle of beer weekly. Because of course he did. But yeah, and he and Jumper made a great team after that. Jack would continue his services for 9 years, until he died due to complications from tuberculosis in 1890. Jumper was devastated by his loss, though allegedly, pretty much every source seems to concur on this, Jack never made a single mistake during his time, so he really was that good. His skull is in fact preserved, displayed in a museum in Grahamstown, South Africa. Don't know how much he'd appreciate that, but at least he's remembered. And with that, a special thank you to all my underwater train finders, Some Dude 267, Orange Glass, Benjamin Owens, Anzac A1, Arthur Roy, Jack Carson's Row of Videos, Lord Off 444, Isaac for 1405, Charles Kwiatkowski, Matt Weaver, Tom Red Lion, Ennis Productions 8104, Wheeljack 8401, Rescues Greyhounds, The Baxter, Caleb Crosswhite, Andrew Bowen, Josh Johnson, Caleb Brainwaters, Prez Drenton, Master of None, Travis Dolinsky, Jared Brussel, JVL Explorers, Tommy Rossini, Ben McCullough, Panzer Kitsune 131-232, Mark Holding, G Wiz, Mr. Terevel, Hayden DeGrow, Metal for Life Guy, No, Kurt Forkham, Ohio Trucker 1, Mitchell Cole, Mr. Sleepy, Dr. Racer 78, AET Museum, Railroad Preserver 2000, Williard Conklin, Windy City Rails, DM Trouble Typhoon, Harry, Hannah Bird, Western Colorado History, Ryan Wehofer, Drew Debris, George Kenny, Murder Drones Doll, Kevin Wood, Liam Wright, Morris Hillman Productions, and of course, my dad. Till next time, this is Darkness, and I bid you all a fun farewell.